Good morning. How are you all doing today? I love it. Well, welcome to, what do we call this? Mindful Holiday Magic. And I like 2016. I'm the MC, I'm Karl Bobo. For those of you who do not know me, I am the founder and owner of ChooseToEmbraceLife.com. What else am I? A couple of times I'm a best-selling author. Not as much as Rebecca, but a few times. And I am also the host of Fundamentals. It's a radio program on Voice America, the Empowerment Channel, and we really kind of specifically focus on men, but we got a lot of women that follow us. And you all helped inspire that particular program, and we'll talk about that later. Are you all ready to have some fun? Yes. All right, now what we're going to do is I want to introduce you to your host, the real host. Now, I don't know what to say about Rebecca because she's a woman that has just done so many things. You may know her from being the founder and owner of your purpose-driven practice that has impacted the lives of thousands of people. You may have sat there and listened to her on a radio broadcast. Matter of fact, she's the #1 listen radio of women on the women's channel. She's #1. She's an international. I mean, I don't know if I can say that. I can just say I'm just participated, but she's an international best-selling author. That says a whole lot about her. She's a hard worker, and one thing that I love about this theme, this mindful holiday magic, probably the best thing I can say about Rebecca is that she carries that with her every day of her life. I don't think I've ever seen her when she did not have that kind of festive holiday spirit. And I'm talking about, I've been around her and I've talked to her even when she's experienced death. But yet she finds the energy from somewhere deep inside to spread that joy and try to impact somebody else's day. So without any further ado, I want to present to you all and introduce to others my good friend and your host and our star, Mrs. Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Thank you, Karl. Oh, good morning. Woo! Oh, so honored. Thank you. Well, I feel complete. No, thank you. What an amazing welcome, an amazing way to start today. And there's more to come. This is a time of celebration, of connection, where we're going to learn how to mindfully bring that magic into our life. Not just during the holiday season, but every day in your business and your life. I had a time of connection this morning with our speakers, connecting heart to heart, setting our intentions to hold this space for each and every one of you, and being open to going where we're led. One of the things I like to let everyone know is that it's an organic agenda. That's the order. We will end on time. But we're going to honor where we're called so that we can serve you at the highest level. So those of you who like following lists, you like agendas, I just want you to know, don't worry if we're 5 minutes this way or that way. We will be on track and we will end on time because I want you to be fully present. That's part of bringing magic into your life, is really being present in each moment, not letting the future or the past rob you from today, from right now. And I want to thank you for saying yes to you being willing to lean into this time together. So let's really be present. Let's really receive. Be anticipating what's here for you so that you can really receive whatever it is that will help you continue that magical feeling in your business and life. And we're going to take that. I love the log analogy. Beautiful. We're going to light a fire around the world, and it starts today. Are we in? Yes. Woohoo. Love it. So Karl touched on the theme a little bit of mindful holiday magic, what that means, and that it's not a magic show, so I appreciate you explaining that, because I really want us to live purposeful lives, and that means being present, really choosing how we spend our time, because we each have 24 hours, 24 precious hours every single day. How are we going to choose to spend them? What are we going to choose to put on our plate? And are we remembering to put ourselves in the center? Sometimes, especially during this season, we can put ourselves on the end of the list. I'll get a little less sleep. I can cut that off. I'll take care of me a little bit later. And then it becomes a way of being. So today, really think about how can you put yourself in the center so you can be filled to overflowing, so that you have that fire to take out into the world, and it's sustainable because you're being filled and able to bring that. So really think about my next 24 hours, because it starts right now. How are you going to spend them? How are you going to maximize your time and all the richness and connections that are here so you can be filled, so that you can serve in a powerful way? And I love the vision globally, because we don't mess around. We are called to touch the world, and we do that heart by heart, life by life. Are we in? Yes. Okay. So I have some tools to support you. All of you have a beautiful blue folder on your table. And how many of you are list people? Do I have some list buddies? Okay, I'm a list person. Wonderful. If you're not a list person, don't worry, I have something for you as well. But we'll start with the list people. We have this magical insert form, because throughout the day you have that beautiful notepad. You can take all kinds of notes and information, so you're really absorbing it. But it can be a little daunting to go back as time passes and go through all those notes trying to find that thing that you're wanting to do and apply. That's how you use this. So you write the key thing you're going to do and take action on the back. And guess what? You get to put when it's going to happen. And there's a checkbox. So for list people, we like checkboxes. We like to accomplish whatever it is and check it. That feels really good. That's magical for us. Or if we do something that isn't on the list, we'll add it to the list so we can check the box or cross it off. So I encourage you to use this throughout the day, so you are not just here fully present, but bringing this momentum forward and continuing to impact your life and those around you in the way that you desire. On your tables, you'll find this little slip. And I'm going to encourage you to increase your visibility, and here's a way to do that. Throughout the day, you can write a question. You do have to write a question. You can't just sign it saying, I want to be visible. Yes, you need to give us a little direction. So write a question that you would like to ask from stage. Perhaps you'd like it read on the radio show, maybe on our television show. So this is a way for you to get free visibility with your name and your brand. So I encourage you throughout the day, as a question comes to you, ask it and put it into the envelopes. You want to turn everything in, anything that's an opportunity that you're wanting to say yes to, into this magic envelope, because everything's magical today, the magic envelope. And this is how our team will get it and make sure things go to the proper places. So turn in your Ask Rebecca questions, and we're going to have a segment throughout the day where you can come on the big stage and ask your question and say your name and your business name and get that visibility. So I encourage you to do that. Now make sure to ask, but what do we have to do in order for the question to be read? We have to ask the question. Exactly. Great. Beautiful. Every once in a while there's some confusion around that. We have our lovely brochure. This is a memento from today, and you can actually get the amazing speakers to autograph their picture if you're wanting to talk with them and you're not quite sure what to say or ask. You just really felt a connection. That's a great way to connect with them. And then you get to take that memory, that image, and that energy with you as you go back out into the world. So, fun way to interact with today. Everyone should have their beautiful stars. Here's what I want you to do. Every point, and this is for the visual people, they tend to be less liking lists, and they're more visual in how they receive information. Can come in colors and stickers and shapes, different ways that we receive information. So every point on the star is going to represent a different presentation. So you can capture that information in whatever way it comes to you in a visual way. So at the end of the day, you're going to have this beautiful star representing today that you get to bring forward with you. But what goes in the center of this star? Exactly, you go in the center. You're going to find that a consistent theme throughout the day. You are always in the center. But let me run through the points so everybody knows which one stands for what. This first one, P, stands for Phyllis. Exactly, Phyllis. Do you mind raising your hand? Phyllis, yay. R stands for Rebecca. Exactly. MA stands for Michael Ann. Michael Ann, there you are. Yay. V stands for Vicky. Woo! Love it. And S stands for shine. Because today we're celebrating the release of our amazing new book, Come Out of Hiding and Shine. Can I have my amazing authors that are with us today stand? Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for the gift of you and sharing your message so powerfully in this book, in this world. Thank you. So you're going to get to meet each of them as we go out through our time today. And I know some of what they're going to share is going to impact your heart. So be ready to receive that and bring that into your life and into your business. So does that work for our non-list people, our visual? Okay, good. Good, I'm getting nods. Beautiful. Just making sure we're covering everything. Also, in the middle of the table, you're going to find a clipboard. And the clipboard gives you an opportunity to be on the exclusive first to know list for things and programs that are forthcoming. So thank you, Mary. That's an example. That as we go throughout the day, I encourage you to just take a look at the list and check anything that you want to make sure you're first on the list to know about. Because many of these things don't ever make it to the full list or to the public because we fill them in advance. So if you want to make sure you're on that list, please fill out the form. Check the box, but only the things you're interested in. I don't want you getting emails you're not interested in, so please indicate which thing you want information about so that you can really be on the list of the things that are pulling you forward and really calling for you to shine, to bring your magic to the world. And then I want to make this a really safe and sacred space. Are we game for that? Here's how I want to do that. I have a phrase that encourages us on our journey. Because when we're speaking from our heart, which I've invited every speaker to do, and I'm going to encourage each of you to do that as we go throughout our day today, sometimes the opposite word will come out. Or we'll say something that doesn't quite make sense, or a funny word comes out because we're speaking from our heart and we're not overanalyzing, we're not filtering, we're connecting at a heart level. But when that happens, when you're a speaker, sometimes you can go, oh, now they're not going to believe me. I just said the wrong word. And suddenly we're having this conversation with ourselves, totally disconnecting. Well, now they're not going to believe anything I say, and we're not even having a conversation with you anymore. The body might be there, but the heart and the connection's gone. And so how we shift that is reminding them and reminding each of you the truth that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. And the way we do that is the phrase, "You are so beautiful." Because in truth, I believe when someone's authentic, when they're real, when they're speaking from their heart, that is truly beautiful. And that's something worthy of reminding them and acknowledging, and that helps us bring ourselves right back to the present. Can we do that? Yes. Okay, let's practice. I want to make sure we've got this. Okay. Trip. You are so beautiful. Thank you. And you notice I leaned in. I didn't just stand and I leaned in. Something we can do is when somebody pays us a compliment, we brush it off. We don't receive it. Oh, they just caught a good angle. They don't really know. They didn't really see this spot or whatever it is that we can focus on. I invite you, when someone pays you that compliment, receive it. Lean into it. It's from their heart to yours. So let's try it again. Oh my goodness, I tore my paper. Wonderful. Think you guys have got this. But let's make sure. Would you turn to a neighbor and give them this gift? Eye contact, willing to receive. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You are so beautiful. Wonderful. Let's try it again. Let's find another neighbor. On the count of 3, find another neighbor. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Didn't that feel good? I saw hugs. I felt that energy lift. We even got some wanderers. It creates a really powerful heart connection. So I invite you to richly give that gift today and take it with you as you go out into the world. And then I shared how I wanted you to be really, really present. So I want to run us through a quick activity to help support that, because there are a lot of things that have gone on probably outside the room on your way to getting here that can still be haunting you a little bit or coming up. So let's take a moment to release those things, remove them from the room so we are ready to receive. Does that work for everyone? Yes. Okay, good, because we're going to do it, so I'm glad. Good. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. Take a big belly breath. And I want you to think about anything that's pulling at you, that's feeling a little bit, wanting your attention, taking you away from now. Lovingly collect all of those things, and let's put them into a heart-shaped box. Oh, there's one more. Grab that one. Put it in. Let's put a nice lid on top. It has air holes. Everything is safe. But I claim this time as yours. Everything's going to be kept safely in this heart box to pick up after the event. And you may find out all of it needs to come. I'll let you decide. But they're in safekeeping. But boxes are kind of heavy, so we need to take a really big breath to remove them from the room. It's going to take all of us. You guys ready? Big breath. On the count of 3, out the door, out the lobby, across the street. Keep breathing, all the way over to the mall. Air conditioning, food, and shopping. They'll be fine. Wonderful. Go ahead and open your eyes. Let's have you stand. Sometimes when we shift that energy, there's still a little bit more. They can be sneaky. So close your eyes. Move your hips around, your shoulders. Move a little bit. Okay, eyes closed. Let's take another breath. And gather anything else that's pulling at you. And let's put that into a beautiful, shiny gold bag. Some beautiful tissue on top, lots of tissue. Okay. Let's take a big breath. We're going to remove this from the room. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember, a big breath has a ways to go. Okay, out the door, out the lobby, all the way across the street to the wonderful mall. Beautiful. Come back into the room, fully present, and go ahead and have a seat. So So now that we've cleared some space, I want to give you some frameworks to build upon throughout the day. We've already given you some tools. But there's something special about the holidays and that magical feeling. We tend to wear things a little sparkly. I even brought like the sparkly stars for the gift table and lights, right? We tend to bring out a little more shine. And I want to encourage us to do that because it's really important if we're going to have a global impact that we're visible, that people can see us. Because something I have learned is you have to be willing to be seen on the same level you're wanting to serve. Because how many of you are wanting to serve and make a difference in a positive way? Yeah, just about everyone in the room. How many of you feel like everyone truly knows what you do, how you touch the world, that you have that global impact going? Yeah. So if you find the desire is here, but the visibility is here, we're the ones that shift that. We lead the visibility. We have to stop waiting to be discovered. And that's how we're showing up every day in our life. So I want to give us something we can do to practice today. Are we game? Yes. Okay. It's called Ta-da. I have a cat named Nina. I should say I had a cat named Nina. But she's still so present with me that it doesn't always feel like she's passed. But she taught me an amazing way to live life. When she'd come into a room, and she'd just pause and wait. And if I didn't notice her, she'd come a little closer and she'd chirp. She didn't meow, but she would chirp until I noticed her. Hi, Nina. Good to see you, Nina, Tina. And then she'd go about her cat business. And I observed this. My other two cats didn't do this, but Nina always made an entrance. So I thought, I'm going to experiment. I'm an experimenter. I know Rebecca Hall Gruyter. I like to try things. I'm an experimenter. My husband gets to be the receiver of a lot of that. He doesn't know what he's going to walk home to. I might have a green mask on. I might be wearing a ball gown. I mean, I work from home a lot. And I do things that help me feel magical. I felt like shining today. I wear all my rhinestones, every single one of them, whatever it may be. So he's learned to just roll with that. So I laid the trap. I waited till he came home. He was absorbed in doing something, and I came down the stairs. And I was looking cute, just so you all know. I came down, I went, and I just waited. And he didn't notice me. So I came a little closer. Don't I look cute? He said, yeah, honey. I went, ta-da. He's like, oh, okay, honey, yeah, you look great. Went back to whatever. So I figured I needed some training just like I had with Nina. So periodically would do this. But here's what I discovered. It's contagious. He started doing it back. And it became really fun. His was a little more like, ta-da. He did a little hat tilt kind of thing. That was more of his style. And actually, put in a plug for Andrew. He's going to be joining us for the VIP experience this evening. So those of you who are coming, very excited to introduce him to you, get to mingle with him. So very excited. So you can meet the Andrew I always talk about. Ta-da. And see if you can spot that in him. And it became really fun. And I went, you know what? I can even do this with just me. I would go to the mirror in the morning, ta-da, I have arrived. What are we going to do in the next 24 hours? How can I bring some sparkle and shine to my life in the world? And you know what? I laugh. It makes me feel great. It brings that energy up. You can do that every single day, anytime you have a dip. Are you guys game? Because I want to make sure we've got this. Because one of the things when we're stepping into visibility, there's this expansion, it's exciting, and then you realize they're looking at you, and you're like, oh my goodness, I feel a little vulnerable. We contract, and then we get grounded again, and we're coming forward. So it's this expansion, contraction kind of energy. And when somebody comes to you and they want to take your picture, or they want to meet you, they want to learn about you, we get to choose, am I going to expand and shine, or am I going to contract? so you can bring the ta-da moment and expand and lean in. And also something I have learned, because I used to hate having my picture taken, so I would do the duck away. Has anyone done that? The duck away and hide. They still take the picture. And they post them. Those pictures look terrible. So exactly. So I've learned lean in, smile. Looks much better, and you're bringing that energy forward. So let's practice this. I want everyone to stand up. You can figure out which hand, which hip, what your style is on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Okay, let's try the other side. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! And we're going to do 3 because that is my favorite number. On the count of 3, make it count. Both hands. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Beautiful. You are ready to shine. Love it. Okay. I'm thinking, and I feel complete. Ta-da! Yeah, ta-da! Well, I want you actually actively today on the lookout for ways to celebrate, on the lookout for things that are going to be your spark. So maybe it's the ta-da that you're going to be bringing forward. Whatever it is, I want you to add that purposely to your plate that you're going to do today, starting, because our 24 hours started about 20 minutes ago, what we're putting on our plate so that you can bring that forward and develop that practice of being purposeful and bringing that magic in, not waiting for someone else or something external to do it for you. You can bring it forward yourself every single day. So be on the lookout for those things because we're going to be pouring into you today. And here's the secret. Information's going to come not just from on the stage. Where you're sitting is not an accident. Be willing to share your spark, your wisdom, your connection, your heart with each other, and be willing to receive. Be expecting a magical connection, a magical moment today within these next 12 hours. Okay, are we in? Okay, now what we're going to do is take a moment to set our intentions. Because I've also discovered if we don't know what we're looking for, it's hard to recognize it when it comes. So if we can be purposeful on the lookout for whatever it is that we need today to encourage and support us, that's going to help us be that much more powerful, that much more magical in all that we're doing. So let's take a moment and close our eyes. Big belly breath. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, eyes closed. Bringing all of you in, mind, body, soul, and spirit. What is it that you need today? What is it that will encourage and empower you, will lift you up, where you feel supported, where you feel like celebrating, where you feel magical? What is it you need? Go ahead and receive that information. It can come in a phrase, it can come in a sound, in a color, in a picture, in words. What is it you need? And it might be a little different than what you thought you were coming for. Be open to receive what is here for you today. When you're ready, come back into the room, open up your eyes, and I invite you to write down what it is that was placed on your heart. So we can keep it top of mind. These things can be sneaky and squiggly, and we can lose them as the hours tick by. I want you to keep it very present. Be actively on the lookout for it. Because you have an opportunity to be supported today, real time, by this beautiful community. We're going to go around the room and have every one of you stand, be seen, introduce yourself, say your name, your intention. That way we can support you in it. And then you can share what you do. It is wonderful to meet each and every one of you. Did you enjoy connecting heart to heart, hearing some similar calls and desires for hugs of celebration or encouragement. We have a mixture. We have people that are new to the area looking for connection. Let's extend our hands. Let's really support each other throughout the day. Celebrate, encourage, connect, and lift each other up. We want to get this fire burning hot, burning so it continues as we go back out into the world, bringing our light to all that need it, sharing the magic of who we are with the world. But it starts here, heart to heart, supporting one another. So I would love us to stand. And I want you to lift up. You can close your eyes or open, whichever serves you. Lift up what you shared, what was laid on your heart. Let's breathe that deeply in, all the way to your toes. And then out through your mouth. Let's breathe in again. Hold in our heart the intention that you shared. And then let's breathe that out into the room. Picture it mingling with everyone else's beautiful intentions. And let's breathe that delicious mixture, that rich mixture in, supporting one another in our hearts, our minds, body, soul, and spirit. Breathe that out again. Let's breathe that beautiful mixture in one more time. Weaving ourselves together, supporting and loving one another. And breathe it out into the room. As we claim today a day of magic, inspiration, and celebration. Do we claim that? Yes. Beautiful.
Hi, my name is Karen Watson. This is an absolutely incredible opportunity for me today because I feel inspired. I know I have some gifts within me. I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a metaphysician, I'm a meditation teacher. I have all these gifts and I'm now wanting to move into a space where I can actually showcase what I know. And so this has inspired me and given me the opportunity to kind of like shine and have the ability to be able to do that. And so that's why I'm so excited to be here. It's just amazing.
I'm Kathleen Sims, and I've cracked the code on soulmate love and have lived it for 30 years and shared it with other people so they can have it also for 30 years. And I know Rebecca all the way back from when she first started a business, and it doesn't seem like it was actually that long ago. And I've watched her over time to where she is now, and she's the most inspiring person that does what she talks about, which is be visible. And I've been in business for 30 years, and I'm sort of been the best kept secret, just staying in my office and seeing clients and not going out in the world that much. And Rebecca started in her office, and she's going out in the world in grander and grander ways. And I get to find out how that works. She's like the perfect model for me, that it actually can be easy. And I love you, Rebecca.